All right, so days on market, price per square foot, inventory trends. We'll even be touching on the mortgage rates here in this video. This is your March 2024 housing market update for SLO County here on the Central Coast. I am Joshua Ferris. I'm a real estate broker here. Been serving the area for over a decade. So this will be a valuable information video for you if you're looking to make a move, make a home purchase or home sale decision here as we get ready for spring, which is the busy time for real estate when it comes to buying, selling, or investing. We've got the most inventory, most transactions that happen in spring. So this will be a valuable information to kind of give us an idea of what we're headed towards as we head into that busy season. Make sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment. I'd be interested to know, what do you think is going to be happening here for the Central Coast housing market and also for California and the U.S. market overall? What's going to be happening with mortgage rates and all that? Interested to know your input. Leave a comment. Let's go ahead and without further ado, let's get started. This is your 2024 Central Coast March real estate housing update. So I like to get started here with these videos, starting with the inventory levels. That's a question that I oftentimes get asked. Where are the new listings? Are we going to see an increase in inventory? You know, if you are selling a house and finding a replacement property here on the Central Coast, you know, it can be a bit of a challenge. You really need to set up a plan to make sure you can find a replacement property. If you're a first-time home buyer, you know, it's going to be a challenge, but there is a strategy to find those homes, but it's low inventory. That's really the case. No beating around the bush. So let's just go ahead and talk about that. What are we seeing as far as new listings here on the market? So February 2024, new listings, 218 in February. That's down actually from January, which was 232. But to give you some perspective, February of 2019, which was a more normalized market, we saw 379. So we're down quite a bit, you know, almost half, I would say, you know, down about 30%, maybe 35% or so from those more normalized markets like we saw in 2019. So overall, we haven't seen that bump in inventory that we would have liked to have seen and that we were hoping for to bring some just more options really for people who are looking to purchase here on the Central Coast. Now, the Central Coast is a very desirable area. If you live here, you know, and if you're looking to move to the area, you know, this is the place to be. Great weather. We've got beautiful homes. We've got all that you're looking for if you're looking for that rural lifestyle where you want a little space. If you want kind of more of that in downtown feeling, you can live in San Luis Obispo. If you want to live on the coast, right, we've got Morro Bay, Los Osos, you know, Avila Beach, Pismo Beach, right, Rio Grande, all of these great areas to live. So it's no wonder that we have relatively low listings, low new listings, because not too many people want to sell and move out of the area, and there's not too many homes to find as far as a replacement property, although we are expecting to see a bit more inventory, which is a good sign. So we're hoping for that. All right, so we talked a little bit about new listings. Let's talk about active listings that are currently available for purchase. So if you are a home buyer and you're thinking about being a home buyer, now would be the time to think. Maybe you've had a New Year's resolutions to purchase a new home or maybe a step-up home. Maybe you're living in a condo or a townhome and you're saying, you know what, we've got this home we bought a few years ago and it's time to expand, right? Maybe you've got some pets, some dogs or cats, and then maybe you've got some children, right? And you need some more space. Maybe you're looking to downsize and you're moving from your 4,000 square foot home and you want something a little bit smaller. So you want to know what kind of available inventory is out there. So let's pull up active listings. Active listings here for SLO County, 463. If we compare that again to February of 2019, we had during this time just over 1,100. So we're still seeing high demand. We're seeing relatively low inventory. So the new listings that are coming up, new available homes, man, if they're priced well and they are appropriately marketed, they're going to go fairly quickly. We're still seeing relatively high list to close rate. So if you list a home, let's say in Atascadero for $750,000, very good chance, if it's priced appropriately, you're going to get very close to that 750, maybe 730, maybe 760. You're getting pretty close there to the list price. So still overall a seller's market. We're hoping as we enter into spring, like I mentioned in the intro of this video, springtime tends to be more of a busy time for real estate sales and for purchases. So we're hoping that we're going to see some more inventory there, but still overall, seller's market. A really good metric for us to take a look at here, days on market, right? So if you're listing a home and the days on market are 2, 3, 4 days, that really gives us an indication that it's a seller's market. Normal days on market here for the county is going to be around 25, maybe 30, 35 in some cases. So about 25, let's say 25 to 27 days on market would be average. So right now, days on market for the county is 19. But if we contrast that to February of 2023, just last year, we were days on market at 9. So we have seen days on market increase, which actually overall is a good sign. It means that we're getting a little bit more inventory and we're seeing a more normalized, more balanced market, which would be good to see here in SLO County overall. So as the making of this video right now, what are we seeing as far as per city, right? The active listings, available listings out there. We're seeing a lot of inventory available in North County. In fact, that's where we're seeing about 70% of the transactions are happening in North County here in San Luis Obispo. We're seeing a lot of activity in Paso Robles, in Atascadero. A lot of people, including myself, a lot of agents and brokers are working with out-of-town buyers that are looking to move to the area, maybe you, and you're looking to move to Paso Robles and Atascadero. Well, it's a popular place to live. You've got a lot of great houses, newer developments. Downtown Paso Robles is just so beautiful, and they're making a lot of improvements as well for the downtown Atascadero. So we're still seeing a lot of transactions happening in the North County area, and we're seeing fewer transactions happen in San Luis and South. A few different reasons for that. One, people don't want to leave once they have a home there. Like, hey, I'm not selling this place, and there's just not as much overall inventory houses available for sale. So let's take a look here at the individual towns, individual cities here on the Central Coast as far as the active listings. Rio Grande, we've got 41 active listings, Oceano 8, Napomo 32, San Luis Obispo 57, you see Los Osos 14, Templeton 19, Atascadero 43, and Paso Robles 91. So a lot of available homes for purchase in Paso Robles, and then quite a few in Santa Maria as well. So if you're looking to make a purchase, maybe it's your first home that you're purchasing, you're going to have a lot more inventory available for you, a lot more options in Atascadero, in Paso Robles, and if you are looking in Santa Maria, you're going to have a lot of options there, relatively speaking, to San Luis Obispo and of course those coastal towns. So let's talk about price per square foot. Well, we're reaching actually a historic high as far as price per square foot. So if you are thinking about selling, now may be a good time to cash in and to get record high price per square foot numbers here for the Central Coast. So price per square foot we're seeing here, so February 2024, 532. That's up from January, which was 525. And if we take a look here, the last time that we saw these numbers right around this range was in June of 2022, and that was 524. So high price per square foot overall for the county. Now, of course, it depends what kind of price per square foot you're going to get based on the features, the benefits, the location, orientation of your house, kind of when it was built, right, years built. So there are a lot of factors that go into price per square foot, but overall, on average, you're getting a very high price per square foot if you are a seller right now. Now may be a good time to consider selling. So just something to think about, record high price per square foot here on the Central Coast. And we haven't seen those numbers for a couple years. So back in 2022, we saw those numbers, and we're back at that just due to low inventory. And we continue to see value here on the Central Coast, a lot of cash buyers, a lot of people moving to the area. So macro trends of retirees moving here or people who can work from home and they want to experience the beautiful weather and climate that we have here on the Central Coast and the overall SLO lifestyle. So we're taking a look here at the sales price. This is an important one, although it doesn't give us really too much as far as the details here on what maybe your house would sell for or what you could purchase as a home buyer or investor, but just gives us an idea. So the average price here for SLO County right now, the median price is in February 2024 is $859,000. Now, of course, each individual city, each individual neighborhood is going to change as far as the average price. So if you're curious, what the fair price, fair value of your home might be if you're looking to sell, or what you could expect to pay based on neighborhoods that you're looking for as a home buyer, reach out. Be happy to give you a detailed analysis of that and take a look at your house as well and kind of judge the features and benefits to give you a real accurate price and value that you might be expected to receive out there on the market. So let's go ahead and talk about the mortgage rates. That's really the big question. Mortgage rates are high, inventory is low. So that's going to be a problem for a lot of home buyers out there. I've got some strategies, some solutions for you if you're struggling, if you're having some struggles there finding the right home. So stay tuned. We'll talk about that. But let's talk about the mortgage rate. So mortgage rates are hovering around 7%, right? So if you've got good credit, you've got a good, decent size down payment, you're right around 7%. Now, in some cases, especially if you can buy down the rate or get those seller credits, which we can talk about, then you're able to get maybe around 6%, 6.5%. So what's the thought here? Well, it does talk about, like we see here in this Forbes quote here, while rates remain elevated, the Fed recently signaled that it will begin to cut rates in 2024, indicating a further downward shift in mortgage rates may soon come. Now, what is that going to mean for us, right? So as we see a decrease in mortgage rates, we're going to see more buyers who've been waiting on the sidelines, pent up demand, they're going to come to the market, right? Now, if you are a seller, this is going to be a good thing for you initially because you're going to see that there's going to be a lot more demand. But if you wait towards the tail end, this is just my prediction, if they do go through some rate decreases, towards the tail end, let's say July and August, you may see that that buyer demand has waned a little bit, and you may see a little softening when it comes to home valuations. Now, it's just a prediction. I don't have a crystal ball, but I anticipate initially when those rates drop, we're going to see more buyers, more demand, and we're going to see eventually some more inventory, because that has been the main reason home owners have not turned into home sellers, because they go, well, hey, we've got such a low rate, 3.5%, 4%. I don't want to trade that for a 7% rate. So common question that we have been working through with our clients, and I'll talk a little bit about our recommendations for making sure that you can address those. So what are my recommendations? Well, if you are a home buyer, this is a time, actually a good time to purchase if you are ready, if you are looking to become a homeowner. Why? Because there's a relatively low competition. Everybody's dealing with the same thing, except if you're a cash buyer, right? So if you have to get a mortgage, everybody has to deal with these high mortgage rates. So what that means is that it decreases buying power as a buyer, and it means that more buyers are going to stay on the sidelines, so less competition for you. So if you're motivated to be a home buyer, then there's more opportunity for some negotiations and for negotiating those seller credits. And it's better to get a lower price on the home that you're purchasing and then refinance later, so you've got more equity, versus paying more and getting a lower rate for the mortgage. So just something to think about, that everybody's everybody's in the same boat. So if you are motivated, oftentimes I say find houses that are on the days on market a little bit longer. Maybe the seller overpriced initially, maybe bad marketing. But if you go and tour that house, we can always negotiate those credits down or the price down. Some sellers are open to it, some are not. but it is definitely a good strategy in today's market. So what's my advice for homeowners looking to be home sellers? Well, I suggest making sure that you follow through the correct process, right? We get the right pricing down, we get the right promotion, you do the right prep for your house. Go through those proper steps, the proper process, so that you can market and promote your house, your property for sale in the best way possible. And if you are selling a house and finding a replacement property, it's really important that you have the right strategy to set yourself up for success when you are finding that replacement property. So typically what my team does is we help you find a replacement property either off market. We do marketing for you. We'll call neighborhoods that you like, see if there's any homeowners that are looking to become home sellers and might consider maybe an off-market purchase. We really make sure that we network within our brokers and our agents that we know to see if there's anybody that they've talked to who might be looking to sell, and they might have a house that fits your criteria. So it's really important in today's market where there's relatively low inventory that you're really prepped up if you are a seller contingent on finding a replacement property. So like I said, as we enter into springtime, I expect there's going to be some more inventory that comes available if we see those rates decrease just a little bit. So going from 7% down to 6% or 5.5% would be ideal. And the difference between 3.5% you're currently locked in at, and 6% or 5.5%, it's a lot more palatable versus 3.5% of a mortgage rate to 7%. So if we do see a decrease in those interest rates, I anticipate an increase of inventory. So that'll be a good thing for you buyers out there. You're gonna have some more options, and it'll be a good thing actually for you sellers out there, because that gives those buyers more buying power. Each decrease of interest rate, so 1% decrease of an interest rate is going to increase buying power by about 10%. Make sure you prep now and get the right process and the right strategy. Make sure you have a consultation with your agent. If you want to work with us, we'd be happy to sit down with you and really game plan out the strategy so you can find the home that fits your criteria and your lifestyle here on the Central Coast. And if you're a home seller, now is the time to prep for it. You don't want to be late to the game. It's best time to list your home in March, April, May, June, and not wait till August and September if you can. So that's the update here for March. I'm curious, like I said, what are your thoughts? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. What's going on? And if you are interested in becoming a homeowner, or if you're looking to sell a house, or if you are looking to step up or downsize, or if you're looking to become an investor or add to your portfolio, we'd be happy to talk to you about that. Sit down and listen to your goals and your criteria. Reach out, be happy to do that for you. Well, until we see you again, take care and goodbye.